You clearly awakened the weakest F-level ability, Water Splash. All you can do is wet the school beauty's lips every day. Everyone laughs at you, calling you useless. So when it's time for a fight, they just push you out as bait like it's nothing. But the next second, the one who was supposed to be bait starts tearing it up. All because you awakened the Universal Ascension System. Turn the most worthless Water Splash into a super SSS level ability, Wrath of the Sea God. Right now, a heavy wind with a stuffy scent sweeps over the ruins of the old steel plant. A burst of force makes you stumble. Loose rocks roll under your feet, clinking sharply. You steady yourself, dusting off your faded school uniform sleeve. You glance at the dark entrance of the factory ahead. Something's growling inside. The rumbling is thick and constant, deep in the throats. At least a dozen. With the weakest power, bait is all you're good for. A lazy voice from behind, Lin Tianjiao. This young master from the Lin family of Jiangzhou is rolling a bright red staff in his hands. Flames flicker at the tip, lighting up his sneer. Second-grade fire staff. Top quality. Just this staff is enough to feed an average family for 3 generations. Scout team in position. Lin Tianjiao's sidekick shouts. You troublemakers. Watch carefully. This is what happens to the weakest losers. Dozens of students here for the field test stand behind the safety line, giving mixed looks. Some pity, some relief. Relieved they weren't picked. Poor F-level Water Splash. An ability that only spits out water. Heard he hit rock bottom a month ago at the awakening ceremony. Got put straight into the kids' class. The kids' class exists to be the lightning rod for real fighters. No choice if you're picked. Whispers buzz in your ears. You ignore them. You pull a coin from your pocket. Edges rusted, but still shiny. Casually flipping it. Catch and toss again. Your gaze isn't on the factory entrance, but on something only you can see. That pale blue, half-transparent panel. Ascension of all things. System status, inactive. Activate when shock meter hits 100%. Current progress, 99%. It's been a month. Ever since you were labeled F-level at the ceremony, that panel has hung in your field of view. Whenever someone mocks you, disrespects you, trashes your pride, the progress bar jumps up 1 notch. A month of cold stares and humiliation has brought you to 99%. Just a little more. You catch the coin, rubbing its rough face with your thumb. A slight smirk shows. Lin's right. You turn around, speaking like you're just talking about lunch. The wind wolves in there. All rely on Lin's power. Lin Tianjiao narrows his eyes. He can't read your face. A loser about to be fed to the wolves. Shouldn't look that calm. So calm it's almost creepy. But the weird feeling lasts only half a second, buried under a wave of arrogance. Just F-level. Someone who can barely squeeze a few drops of water from his fingers. No matter how cool you act, you can't change the fact you'll get crushed. Quit the talk. Lin Tianjiao puts away his staff, jerking his chin at the factory. Get in. Ding. Detected Lin Tianjiao's utter contempt. Shock meter plus 10. Numbers flicker on your panel. Still at 99%. You frown slightly. 10 points added. But the progress bar didn't move. You glance quickly over the panel. At the gray line at the bottom. Never noticed before. Note, full activation requires 10,000 shock points. Current, 9910/10000. 90 points to go. Not just a bit, 90 to go. You go silent for 2 seconds. Bar still shows 99%, which matches 9,900 points. Add that last 10. You're at 9,910. Still need 90. Judging from this month, regular contempt only gives 1 to 5 points each. Only Lin Tianjiao level disrespect gives 10, a full 10 points. If you depend on insults, you'll need to go through over a dozen more rounds. But when you flip the coin again, staring at those glowing green wolf eyes deep inside, your smirk grows subtle. I can do something totally shocking. Go on, why are you just standing there? A sidekick shoves you again. You don't resist. Just follow right into the factory. Your footsteps echo in the empty steel ruins. The ceiling above is full of holes. Gray daylight cuts down in beams, lighting a maze of rusty tracks. There's a thick weird smell in the air. Growls ring out from all directions. Closing in. 10 plus pairs of glowing green eyes in the shadows. Tiered beast, gale wolves. One alone isn't much. But together, even a second rank won't get out in one piece. Lin Tianjiao leads 4 sidekicks around the side, taking the high ground. He slams his staff to the ground, and fire flares up, lighting up the whole place. They're all coming now. Lin Tianjiao grins, glancing your way as the wolf eyes close in. Don't be scared, just stay put. Just draw their attention. I'll handle it. Thanks, Lin. You stand by the metal wall, chilled by the steel behind you, sounding sincere. The first wind wolf moves. A gray shape flashes forward, with a greenish blade aura, aiming for your throat. Super fast. You don't run. You don't even raise a hand. You just slightly tilt your head, looking past the lunging wolf, spotting something further, in the shadows. A very well-hidden presence. Not a beast. A person. And a strong one. You focus back in front. Wolf's claw just 4 inches from your throat. You barely lift your right index finger. At its tip, a droplet of water forms. Tiny and clear. Barely noticeable. F-level water splash power. The water droplet shoots out. Silent and quick. Super fast. Hits the wolf's right tear duct dead on. The wolf's head jerks back. Physical reflex, causing it to veer off in those last 4 inches. It slams right into the steel wall behind you, with a dull thud, knocking itself out cold. This all happened in less than a second. From the shadows, that hidden presence wavered for a split second. Your hearing is sharp, and you catch a sound. A girl's gasp, so faint it could almost be missed. A coolness with a hint of surprise. You didn't turn around. Your lips curled up ever so slightly. The numbers on the panel flickered quietly. Detected a minor surprise from an unknown observer. Shock value increased by 5. Current total, 991510000. 85 points remaining. Not even close to enough. But that's okay. You put your finger away. Leaned back against the iron wall. Looking at someone spewing fire across from you. Lin Tianjiao showing off. The real show is just starting. Right now, after Lin Tianjiao defeated the third wind wolf, he glanced back. A trace of malice flashed in his eyes at the wall. He lowered his voice. Whispered to his sidekick. Spotted head. Pulled out a small sealed ceramic bottle. With a skull mark engraved on it. Beast attractant powder. Illegal stuff for luring high-level beasts. Lin Tianjiao licked his lips. Stared at your school uniforms back. He never just wanted to use you as bait. He wants that coin. The rusty coin your parents left behind. Lin family intel says. Inside that coin, there's some unusual energy wave. An F-level weakling. Why should you have that? Might as well disappear. Lin Tianjiao gave his sidekick a look. The sidekick got it. Quietly moved toward you. You're still leaning. Casually flipping the coin against the wall. The coin spins in air, drawing an arc. Its rusty surface glints under the firelight. A blue shimmer not belonging to rust. Gone in a flash. No one noticed. The fire consumed the last wind wolf. Lin Tianjiao stood collecting rewards. Sidekicks gathered, praising young Master Tianjiao. Grade 1 flame fruit, so powerful. Now that's real genius. Unlike some folks who just hide and shake. Speaker's eyes aimed right at you. You're squatting next to the passed-out wind wolf. Poking its ear with interest. Xiaola duo. Lin Tianjiao switched to a concerned face and walked over. Hope you weren't scared just now. One wolf came at you. I couldn't stop you in time. You didn't get hurt, right? I'm fine, Lin. You stand up, patting dust off your knees. The wolf knocked itself out running into the wall. Probably ran too fast. Couldn't brake and got dizzy. The sidekick snickered. Pretty lucky, huh? Lin Tianjiao didn't respond. He doesn't care. Just a mutant wind wolf. Even if you got by, does it change anything? The next plan matters most. Rest up for 5 minutes, guys. Lin Tianjiao quietly told his sidekick. Next, we're heading to the core area. While he said that, a sidekick already snuck behind you. Twisted the ceramic bottle cap quietly. A barely noticeable powder spilled out. Stuck perfectly inside your school collar. Invisible and scentless beast powder. But you caught a faint sweet smell. Like old energy. Mixed with some mineral aroma. You glanced at the sidekick's hand out the corner of your eye. Then at Lin Tianjiao. His fake caring smile. You're totally clear in your mind. A few numbers quietly showing up on the panel. Current shock value, 991510000. 85 points left. Just ordinary actions. Barely add much. But if something dramatic happens next, that would change things. You stayed silent. Didn't expose anything. You simply followed the group. Heading to the core zone. Your face is just tense and shy enough. Putting on your best act in the shadows. Su Qinghan crouched on a steel beam 30 meters away. The hem of his black tactical coat fluttered in the wind. He's the army's undercover examiner. Earlier, your water shot trick on the wolf's eye. He saw it all. Interesting. Su Qinghan thought those 2 words. And nothing else. He's more interested in Lin Tianjiao's move. He caught the scent of beast powder. Military contraband showing up in a student test. That alone will get the Lin family in big trouble. But he didn't step in just yet. He wants to see what Lin Tianjiao really wants. And what you'll do when trapped. Break down and ask for help. Or something else. Deep in the core area, space suddenly opens up. Grooves in the ground. Not left by wolves. The width is over half a meter. Steel plates ripped and curled up. Like paper. Sidekicks looked worried. Tianjiao. These claw marks. Has to be from a level 2 beast, right? Lin Tianjiao glanced around. Unchanged expression. What's scary? Maybe a few strays left. I can handle them alone. As he said it, his eyes casually glanced at your collar. Beast powder needs 15 minutes to fully spread. It's only been 7. Once it kicks in, your scent will act like a flare, attracting every beast within 3 miles. Then, in the chaos, an F-level weaklings fall. Who cares? Lin Tianjiao did the mental math. His smile grew more relaxed. But he doesn't know that right now. Your calculations are even sharper. 7 minutes in. Only 2 reasons for no level 2 beasts. Either the area has none, or something higher is here. Level 2 beasts wouldn't dare enter its turf. You glanced at the half-meter wide swamp on the floor. And those irregular holes in the ceiling. Those are not caused by collapse. Something smashed through from outside, entered this room, and stayed here. Stayed ever since. Your heartbeat steady, 62 beats per minute. The ground starts vibrating. Very gently. Low frequency. Like a massive heart beating underground. They haven't noticed yet. Lin Tianjiao is still chatting. But you sense it's not coming from far away. It's right below. You look down at the gap between tracks. 2 dim red lights flicker in the dark. Like 2 burning iron balls. Those are eyes. You raise your head. Speaking calmly. Lin. Looks like your beast powder trick is a bit much. Tianjiao's face fell. The ground exploded. The steel ground splits open down the middle. Rubble and pieces of rail fly into the air. A huge gray beast the size of a small truck bursts out of the underground fissure. Its whole body is covered in iron gray armor. A tier 2 armored rhino beast rushes out right after. Then a second, then a third. In just 5 seconds, 12 armored rhinos erupt from underground, shattering the entire core area floor. They've all got their eyes locked on you. Or more precisely, locked on the lingering scent of hidden beast powder on your collar. Oh God, the lackeys are scrambling in panic. Falling back. Lin Tianjiao's face turns ghostly pale in the firelight. He expected maybe 3 or 5 tier 2 beasts. Planning to take someone out during the chaos. But 12? That's not cover for a kill. That's a reckless assault. Fall back, everyone. Lin Tianjiao roars. He slams his staff to the ground. A wall of fire bursts up, blocking the rhino charge for now. Move. He turns and runs. 4 lackeys follow right behind. They make it about 10 steps. Lin Tianjiao suddenly glances back. He shouts at you, hang in there. I'll get help. Not bad acting. But his feet never slow down at all. You stand your ground. Watching him and his crew vanish down the factory corridor. With no expression. The wall of fire is fading. 5 seconds at most. And it'll be gone. You don't run. What you need is shock value. Shock value, 9915/10,000. Only 85 to go. That's 85 left. You need a truly stunning show for the crowd. Your eyes flick over to a steel beam 30 meters away. That hidden presence is still there. And because of the rhino stampede, you can tell it's growing more tense. They're clearly nervous now. And hesitating whether to act. That's enough. You flex your fingers a bit. Quickly scan the area. Rusty rails, collapsed support pillars. A half-collapsed roof. The rails are coated in thick, old rust. That means almost zero traction. The support pillars. Already shaking from the rhinos bursting up. Nearly coming down. The hole in the roof is right above the left side of the rhino herd. Chunks of rubble could fall any second. The F-level water splash ability can only condense about 200 milliliters of water. Range is 2 meters. 200 milliliters of water. Facing 12 armored rhinos head-on. Wouldn't even tickle them. But you never plan to fight head-on. The firewall goes out. All 12 rhinos charge at once. Iron hooves smash the floor. Barreling your way. You open your eyes. You don't back off. Instead, you step right. Landing perfectly on a toppled steel beam. Then you run. Not to escape. But along the beam. Toward the tracks at the herd side. Your path is calculated to perfection. You step at the edges of their line of sight. Out of view for 3 seconds. And you make it to the track area. Both hands raise up. Water beads form at the tip of all 10 fingers. You pour all your remaining power into this moment. Not to shoot water. But to spread it, forming a thin film. Precisely covering 3 sections of track right ahead of the herd. Just a delicate layer. Almost invisible. But that's enough. The first armored rhino's hoof Hits the water slick track. Already slick and rusty. With the water film. Traction drops nearly to zero. These ton-weighted armored rhinos lose their grip mid-charge. That first one stumbles hard. Huge momentum slings it sideways like a runaway cannonball. It slams headlong into the next. That teetering support column. Boom. The column snaps at the base. The roof beam above crashes down. Tons of steel rubble rain from high above, landing right on the following two rhinos. Chain reaction. The fourth rhino hits the second water film. Fifth and sixth are right behind. They pile up in a heap. The ones behind, blocked by the others' huge bodies. The crash of shells echoes in the plant for 5 seconds. The 12 Tier 2 armored rhino charge. Wiped out in just 5 seconds by 200 milliliters of water. Back on the dark steel beam. Su Qinghan straightens up. His fingers gripping the sword turn white from the force. His lips part in shock. His pupils dilate to the max. F-level water splash. You pulled this off with just F-level water power. This was never just a fight. It's an all-out battlefield sweep. The control in that moment. The emotion it brings isn't just surprise. It's a tidal wave of pure shock. Your panel numbers spin wildly. Ding. Detected extreme shock from an unknown observer. Shock value +80. Current total, 9995/10,000. Just 5 points short. Then you hear footsteps. Lin Tianjiao has run back. Not out of guilt, but because that corridor is blocked by another pack. Gale wolves lured by the beast powder smell. He squeezed in from both ends. Nowhere to run. Can only double back. He charges back into the core area. His brain shorts out at what he sees. 12 armored rhinos down and out. Piled like a mound of scrap. You stand there unharmed in the middle. Tossing a rusty coin in the air. Catching it, turning to look. Meeting Lin Tianjiao's eyes. You smile. Where are the reinforcements, young Master Lin? His lips are shaking hard. His brain refuses to process what he sees. How did? Before he can finish. The floor shakes again. This time it's not from far off. The source is straight below. Beneath the wrecked rhino pile. Even deeper underground. A suffocating bloody aura bursts from the fissure. The last solid chunk of the ceiling is smashed apart from below by a massive crimson hand. Debris rains down like a storm of rubble. A huge black shadow drops through the hole, crashing into the ground, making everyone stumble. It's 5 meters tall. Covered in dark red, rough skin. Eyes glowing blood red. No pupils. Just pure, raw malice. Tier 3 peak lord class beast, bloodthirsty demon ape. The absolute overlord of these ruins. Lin Tianjiao's staff slips from his hand. He doesn't even have the strength to bend down and pick it up. The demon ape lowers its head. Crimson eyes scan the whole area. Then he reaches out a hand. Grabs the closest henchman. No time to scream. Fingers tighten. A burst of golden mist. Lin Tianjiao finally finds her voice. She lets out a broken scream. You're standing 15 meters away. Looking up at this 5-meter tall beast. The numbers on your panel flicker quietly. Current state, shocked. Value, 999510000. Points left. Your heartbeat stays at 62 BPM. A coin spins at your fingertips. Blue light flashes by. The demon ape locks eyes on you. He gives no one a chance to react. He grabs another henchman and slams him on the tracks. 2 rails snap in half. His body turns blurry. The last 2 henchmen finally break. They run for their lives. The demon ape tilts its head. Picks the one on the left. Steps across the 15-meter gap. A giant palm crashes down. The ground craters 2 meters deep. He turns around. Crimson eyes lock on Lin Tianjiao. Don't come closer. Lin Tianjiao's teeth chatter. The flame on his staff shakes even harder than his hands. He knows running is pointless. I'm Lin family's heir. Lin Tianjiao screams. Staff raised high. All her energy floods into the staff. A 2-meter-wide torrent of flame slams right into the demon ape's chest. As the smoke clears, the demon ape stands still. Dark red skin on his chest. Didn't even get darker. He looks down at his own chest. Then glances up at Lin Tianjiao. His face says it all. Lin Tianjiao's pupils shrink hard. The demon ape lifts his foot. Steps down. The staff shatters. Along with Lin Tianjiao's right hand gripping it. Both sink into the ground. My hand, Lin Tianjiao cries and hits the ground. Her whole body twitching. Some warm liquid spreads from her pant leg. A strong stench fills the air. The demon ape raises his other hand. Brings it down toward Lin Tianjiao's head. Right at that moment, a flash of ice blue light shoots out from a steel beam 30 meters away. Su Qinghan leaps from hiding. Her black coat billows midair. Each hand gripping a high-frequency blade. Brings both down hard on the demon ape's spine. S-class power, absolute frost slash. The instant the blade hits his skin, ice forms on the demon ape's back. Then everything stops. Su Qinghan feels a terrifying backlash. Pain explodes in her grip. Golden energy slides down the blade. Both full power S-class blades. On the peak tier lord. Only leave a nearly invisible white mark. The demon ape turns his head. Swings an arm sideways. Zhu Qinghan crosses her blades to block. A dull thud. She goes flying. Her back crashes into furnace wreckage 30 meters away. The iron wall dents in her shape. She slides out of the dent. Drops to her knees. Blades stick into the ground. Barely holding herself up. Gold light spills from her lips. Military S-class elite. Taken out in one hit. Despair fills everyone like molten iron. The demon ape turns back to his original target. Still standing 15 meters away. Same stance as before the demon ape came. Back against the iron wall. A coin flips between your fingers. Heartbeat 62. Panel numbers quietly glow. Current shock value, 999510000. 5 points left. You look up. Your eyes pass over the demon ape. Toward Su Qinghan, still on her knees. In her ice blue eyes. There's a feeling you know well. It's not fear. It's defiance. It's pure despair, giving your all but changing nothing. Nothing but despair. Okay, Su Qinghan spits out a word. Her voice barely a rasp. The demon ape starts walking toward you. You put away the coin. Pat the dust from your uniform. Don't rush. Your voice is soft. But somehow very clear. It cuts through all the noise and cries. Then you step out from behind the iron wall. Walking up to the demon ape. Su Qinghan's eyes go wide. An F rank. Walks up to a peak tier lord on their own. In that moment. All his training. All common sense. All battlefield experience. Can't explain what I'm seeing right now. My heart skipped a beat. Then started pounding hard. The last number on the panel flickered. Ding. Extreme despair detected from Su Qinghan. Shock points plus 50. Current total, 1,004,510,000. Activation conditions met. All things sublimation system now activated. A pale blue panel exploded in front of your eyes. Golden light everywhere. The moment gold light burst out from the panel, your vision was swallowed up. All things sublimation system officially activated. Host's current ability, F-level water splash. 1 chance to sublimate. Do you want to spend 1,000 shock points to sublimate F-level ability water splash? You didn't hesitate. At the moment your mind made the choice, the gray text for F-level water splash on the panel started shaking violently. The old text shattered. New words were formed. Sublimation successful. Congrats, host. You've gotten the one and only super SSS level power. Wrath of Poseidon. Ability description, encounter the source of all water. Master Poseidon's fountain. Water is the #1 element in the world. Can attack or defend. Can transform anything. No range limit. No power cap. Current shock points, 9,045. The golden light faded. You can see the real world again. Less than half a second passed. The demon ape is taking its second step toward you. Its huge paw landed on the tracks, crushing 2 rails. His giant hand is coming down. The shadow covers your whole body. You didn't run. You looked up. The demon ape clearly saw the change in your eyes. Your pupils, once pitch black, started from the center and got invaded by a deep blue. The color of the sea. You spoke. Your voice wasn't loud. Your tone sounded just like when you were joking earlier. You're not using water right. You snapped your fingers. Tapped your index and middle finger together. Made a tiny, crisp sound. Then the whole world fell silent. Silent in a physical sense. For 100 meters around, all sounds stopped at the exact same moment. Sound was replaced by vapor. Every bit of moisture left in the steel mill ruins. Every crack in rusty holes. All water molecules floating in the air in the gaps. Received the command at the same time. They moved. Gathering from all directions. The ground under your feet started spreading out blue patterns, circle after circle. Like water ripples or some ancient rune. The demon ape's giant hand was just 2 meters above your head. He brought it down. Full force palm strike. The moment it hit, a 10-meter wide pillar of blue light shot up from the blue marks under your feet. No warning. No charging. Inside, seawater spun fast. Every cubic centimeter of water spun faster than the speed of sound. The centrifugal force instantly broke down anything it touched. The demon ape's giant hand slammed into the water pillar. It stopped, not slowing down, but stopped cold. It went from full speed to 0 in an instant. High-speed water flow cut a shallow line in his palm. Golden liquid started dripping. In the demon ape's blood-red eyes. For the first time, confusion appeared. This little human, barely bigger than an ant, used water, to make a cut in his hand. The demon ape swiped at the water pillar. Or tried to swipe it away. It reformed in less than a second after being scattered. Liquid has no fixed shape. Breaking it is pointless. It just pulls itself back together. You finished. Your voice came from the center of the water pillar. With an annoying calmness. My turn. You raised your right hand. Spread your fingers a bit. Overhead, the sky dome. Outside, the broken hole changed color. Gray-white sky. Got swallowed by storm clouds in 3 seconds. The clouds spun faster. Formed a huge vortex above the broken dome. No more grayish daylight pouring in. Just a massive wave dropping from above. Splitting and reforming in midair. Turning into a gigantic hand. A hand made of water. It fell from above. Grabbed the bloodthirsty demon ape's neck, unstoppable and dead on. Got him by the throat. The 5-meter-tall demon ape got pinned in place by the giant water hand. He struggled with his arms. Furiously ripping at the water hand. Every time he tore a hole, a new flow filled the gap in 0.1 seconds. Water has no weaknesses. Because it has no shape. You can't smash water. Your blue eyes watched the pinned demon ape. The numbers on the panel went crazy. Ding. Super shock detected from Su Qinghan. Shock points plus 200. Ding. Extreme fear and cognitive breakdown detected from Lin Tianjiao. Shock points plus 150. Ding. Unknown minions mental breakdown detected. Shock points plus 80. Ding. Remote observers collectively shocked. Shock points plus 500. Current shock points, 9,975. The numbers are still jumping. You stared at the demon ape. Waiting for him to finish struggling. The strength of his struggle is fading. Not from giving up. But because the water hand's grip keeps tightening. But he's not dead yet. A Tier 3 Lord's life force. Is way tougher than anything you've faced before. Much tougher. Take it slow, you murmured. Like you're waiting for a kettle to boil. The demon ape hasn't stopped fighting. He opened his mouth wide. And spat out a red blast of energy and killing intent. The energy blast hit the giant water hand head on. It blasted a 3-meter wide hole. But the gap lasted less than 0.2 seconds. The water quickly filled it back. You tilted your head. Noticed a detail. As the demon ape blasted his attack. The dark red skin on his neck turned from deep red to light red. He's burning his source power to fight you. You dropped the laid-back look. Dragging it out doesn't help. Every extra second, Su Qinghan gets more hurt. Breakdown. Just 2 words. The giant water hand responded to the command. Not tightening. Not squeezing. But splitting. The giant hand broke apart in 1 second. Into over 10,000 thin water streams. Each only as wide as a finger. Spinning so fast you can't see them. High-pressure water jets. Over 10,000 of them breaking down everything at once. No blind spots, smoothing out the dark red skin. That layer, the same one Su Qinghan's S-level extreme cold slash. Only level A defenses leave white marks. The first wave sliced 3 millimeters deep. The second wave was 7 millimeters. The third wave cut into the muscle. Mo Yuan let out a real scream. He struggled with everything he had. But the waterline isn't solid. Punching does nothing. His fist goes right through the waterline. The waterline splits as his fist passes. Then immediately closes up. And keeps cutting. In 3 seconds, Mo Yuan's right arm falls off at the shoulder. Not chopped off. Cut by thousands of waterlines at once. Precision like surgery. Mo Yuan's scream changed pitch. All that's left is pure fear of dying. At 5 seconds, the waterlines finish the last attack. You let go of your right hand. Your fingers close just for a second. All waterlines contract at the same time. Then explode. Gold light rains everywhere. That 3rd-tier Lord-class bloodthirsty Mo Yuan gets shattered into a million points of light. Golden rain of light. Stops 10 centimeters from your body. Automatically bends away. Goes around you, landing on the ground behind you. Your white school uniform is bright and spotless. The core area goes quiet. Totally silent. A fist-sized dark red crystal. Drops on the ground in front of you. Bounces twice. Rolls to your feet. Lord's crystal core. You crouch down. Pick up the crystal core. Slip it into your pants pocket. It sits next to that rusty coin. Then you stand up. Turn to look at Lin Tianjiao. He's collapsed on the ground. Staff fragments still stuck in his right hand muscle. His eyes are wide open. His pupils shrunk to needle size. You walk over. No dust on your uniform. No sweat on your face. You squat down. Meet Lin Tianjiao's gaze. His teeth are chattering harder now. His mouth moves. But all that comes out are meaningless syllables. This hidden beast powder is not bad. Your tone is casual. Next time, make sure you bring an antidote for yourself. What if you can't run away? Lin Tianjiao finally manages a full sentence. Hallucination, his voice is high and sharp. This must be a hallucination. You're F level, you're F level. No way the water splash could. He lifts his good left hand and slaps himself hard in the face. The crisp sound echoes in the clearing. Not a dream. Another slap. No way, that's not what the neighbor's intel said. F-level weakling. You look at him for 2 seconds. Get up, stop hitting yourself. Your face will swell. After that, you stop looking at Lin Tianjiao. Turn and walk toward Su Qinghan. The shock value meter still flickers. Detected Lin Tianjiao's cognition fully collapsing. Shock value plus 300. Su Qinghan is still kneeling on one knee. 2 shock blades stuck in the ground. His only support. Breathing short and shallow. But his eyes are bright. Ice blue eyes watching you approach. Filled with so much stuff inside. Shock, confusion. Watching your powers. Definitely not F level. He speaks, voice rough. But clear-minded. You stop 3 steps in front of him. Stopped. 10 minutes ago, you were still. Su Qinghan stays silent for a bit. He has 100 questions to ask. But training tells him. Now's not the time for interrogation. How long can you keep that power up? He asks the main question. Your power reserve inside. Used up about 30% in that fight. It's enough. Just 2 words. Su Qinghan nods. Then makes a judgment. He reaches inside his coat pocket. Pulls out a compact communicator. Presses the red button. Military emergency channel. This is Su Qinghan. IDS 017. His voice snaps back to soldier mode. Assessment area, abandoned steel plant, east suburbs, Jiangzhou. Major event, above S level, happened. 3rd tier Lord class bloodthirsty demon ape eliminated. I'm wounded, and students were injured here. Request immediate support. The communicator goes quiet for 3 seconds. Then, a middle-aged man answers, voice low. 3rd tier Lord class got taken down? Su Qinghan, are you sure, positive? You beat it yourself? Su Qinghan looks at you. You're squatting on the ground. Pulling out that rusty coin from your pocket. Playing with it, flipping it around. The core area is trashed after all the gold light. And you're right in the middle of it all? Clean as can be. With a bored expression. It wasn't me, Su Qinghan says. Then who was it? The victor is a student in the combat exam. Su Qinghan interrupts him. Her voice is flat. Registered awakening level, F rank. The other end of the line goes silent for 5 seconds. Then comes a sharp shattering sound. A teacup broke. Jiangzhou Military, East Suburb Subbase, B3 Monitoring Center. 24 high-def screens are embedded in the wall. Screen 7 shows the abandoned steel plant zone. Right now, 11 people are gathered around it. Including Major General Zhou Dingshan, the commander. The old man is 62. He has a lean, wiry frame. He's wearing a gray uniform with no rank insignia. He was holding a teacup in his left hand. Half a minute ago, it was shards of porcelain. They are scattered on the floor. Everyone's eyes are fixed on screen 7. The footage has been set to playback. From the moment the demon essence appeared, to the giant water palm appearing out of thin air, the waterline offensive and flying golden light. Every frame has been slowed down 3 times. The energy detection bar on the right. At the moment the demon essence was defeated, turned into a sea of red exclamation marks. The peak was off the charts. Tech Lead Zhaoming's voice is wavering. We deployed Type 7 energy detectors. The upper limit corresponds to SSS rank. Today, it didn't just max out. It completely overflowed. The peak is at least 40% above the SSS rank limit. No one speaks in the monitoring center. Zhou Dingshan stares at the screen, at the boy in the white school uniform. The playback freezes at the end of the fight. You're crouching in the center of the golden debris, flipping a coin. Not a speck of dust is on your uniform. Pull up his file. Zhou Dingshan speaks. 30 seconds later, your file is on the main screen. Name, Shaoli Yuan. Age, 17. Level, F. Ability, Water Splash. Note, none. Clean. A measly F-rank water splash? Zhou Dingshan looks away from the file. He looks back at the playback. On screen, the giant water palm falls from the sky. To be honest, that image has the aesthetic feel of a classical mural. Exceeds SSS rank. Zhaoming confirms his data once more. General Zhou, as far as I know, in the entire Huaxia Federation, there are only 3 registered SSS rankers. Something above SSS rank. There's a term in the literature, mythic rank. But that's been stuck in research papers for 20 years. Now we have it. Zhou Dingshan says. He bends over to pick up a teacup shard. Zhao Ming, raise this footage to the highest encryption. To everyone in this room. From this second on, everything you've seen today is now a Class 1 military secret. Disclose this to unauthorized personnel and face military execution. 10 people respond in unison. Zhou Dingshan straightens up. Comms, patch me into Su Qinghan's channel. Su Qinghan. This is Zhou Dingshan. General Zhou. Where is the student now? Next to me. A short pause. He's flipping the ironclad lizards over. Zhou Dingshan freezes for a moment. Flipping them? He knocked them over with his water magic earlier. They're stacked in a pile. A few are stuck at the bottom and can't flip back. He's helping them turn over. There's a trace of something odd in Su Qinghan's voice. It's not mockery, but more like an indigestible sense of absurdity. Zhou Dingshan doesn't press the lizard issue. Su Qinghan, how are your injuries? 3 ribs are badly damaged. Contusion in the left lung. I can hold out for backup. Medics have already left. 6 minutes out. Listen closely. Zhou weighs his words for 2 seconds. Until backup arrives. Do not, toward that student, use any threatening words or actions. Do not interrogate him. Do not restrict his freedom of movement. Understood. Also, one more thing. About Lin Tianjiao using attractant powder. You saw it? I saw everything. Good. Preserve the evidence. Ending comms. Zhou Dingshan stands in the center of the room, staring at the frozen figure on screen 7. An aide tentatively asks, General Zhou, how should we handle this student? The word handle makes Zhou Dingshan frown. Handle what? He asks back. A 17-year-old kid, thrown into a rookie class as cannon fodder, whose classmate coated his clothes in attractant powder, trying to get him killed. In that situation, he erupted with hidden power. And you're talking to me about security risk ratings? The aide shuts up. Zhou Dingshan walks to the comms desk. He picks up the handset himself. Get me the Jiangzhou Awakener Bureau. Then get me Federal Command. Finally, get me the Dean of the 3rd Academy. He pauses. The one who assigned that student to the rookie class. His tone is calm, but the room temperature drops 2 degrees. Abandoned steel plant, core zone. You really are helping the ironclad lizards flip over. 12 level, 2 lizards are so well behaved before you. That Su Qinghan thinks she's hallucinating. You use a stream of water to grab the top lizard by its midsection. Gently flip it over and let its 4 hooves hit the ground. The beast lands and shakes its body. It lowers its head and nuzzles your hand. Stop. You've got more drool than I have water. The lizard nuzzles you again. You push its head away. The wind in the core zone stops for a few seconds, then starts blowing again, pushing the residual energy ripples in all directions. You're holding the Lord's crystal core. You spin it twice in your palm and shove it in your pocket. Your gaze sweeps across the ruins. The remains of 3 lackeys are scattered around. They're all cold. The survivor is Chen Liangquan. He's behind the furnace, twitching like he's been electrified. Then there's Lin Tianjiao. He's leaning against a broken pillar. His mind is about 80% shattered, but he's still alive. You walk over. Your pace isn't fast. Gravel crunches under your soles. The sound carries far in the empty factory. 2 meters. 1.5. You squat down. At this distance, the stench of bodily fluids, a mix of urine and sweat, hits you hard. You don't flinch. Young Master Lin. Lin Tianjiao's teeth begin to chatter. I ask, you answer. Your tone is perfectly flat. Do it well, and we'll move past this. The words move past this hit his broken brain, caught first by his survival instinct. Yes, yes, yes. Ask anything. Anything. The attractant powder. Whose idea? My uncle's. Lin Tianjiao doesn't hesitate for a second. Lin Ting'an, from the 2nd branch. He told me to take care of you during the exam. The reason? Your coin. Lin Tianjiao's eyes dart to your pocket, then quickly pull back, as if he'd been burned. My uncle said. That coin holds an energy pattern he's never seen before. Worth more than all the output from an A-level secret zone. Your right hand is in your pocket, messing with rusty coins. A-level secret zone starts at 15 billion. No wonder you can't sit still. Who else knows? Just second uncle and me. He said can't let the family head know. And definitely not let the old man find out about the embezzling. I've asked everything that needed asking. Lin Tianjiao is watching your face, desperately looking for something. Your answer. I'm satisfied. You get to live. He found the signal. Or at least he thinks he did. You slightly curled your lips. That curve looks pretty gentle. Lulu, I've told you everything. Lin Tianjiao's voice is stretched to the max. Let me go. I'll help you handle it. I can get you Lin family resources from second uncle too. You lifted your right hand. That hand didn't wring any water. 5 fingers spread out. Softly land on his head. Very light touch. I remember everything you said. Your voice is lighter than your palm. Pretty useful, thanks. Lin Tianjiao got confused by that, thanks. But what he wanted to say next never came out. Your right index finger's pad. Pressed against the skin behind Lin Tianjiao's ear. One of the weakest spots on the head. Twisted out a thread of water. Just 0.08 millimeters in diameter. Thinner than the finest human hair. The water thread invaded. The core hit the vital spot. Lin Tianjiao's pupils. Frozen on that last confused focus. His mouth stopped at a half-open arc. Body didn't fall. Propped up by a pillar and train tracks. His posture after losing all life. Looks no different from being alive. The whole thing took less than half a second. You withdrew your hand. Flicked your thumb. A drop of water on your fingertip fell into the cracks. Now for the cleanup. You bent down and picked up a piece. A dark red energy shard, finger joint sized. Placed it on Lin Tianjiao's right side. In the crack above his temple. That wound was caused when the magic ape burst out of the ground. Flying debris hit it. After sticking in the energy shard. It's angled outwards at a 20-degree tilt. Matches the trajectory you'd get from a high-speed fragment blown by an explosion. Ballistic characteristics. A perfect match. Clear cause of death. Trajectory checks out. Solid physical evidence. All set. You walk behind the furnace. Chen Liang curled himself into a ball. Hands on his head. Every muscle twitching. Hey, Chen Liang jerked. One bloodshot eye peeks out between his arms. You squat down. When the military comes to question you, just tell the truth. The assessment ran into a third-level mutant beast. Officer Su Xinhong blocked it with you for a while. I hid in the corner, did nothing. Chen Liang chewed over every word twice in his head. About Lin Tianjiao. You tilt your chin. Gesture toward the tracks. In the fight. He got hit in the head by the magic ape's energy shard. I saw it myself. Chen Liang stared at you for 3 seconds. Then nodded. So fast his neck started hurting. Don't overdo it. You stand up. With how you are now. Stuttering is normal. Overacting would give you away. Chen Liang's nodding slowed down. Ding, detected Chen Liang's extreme fear and submission. The house of shock. 3 to 5 mosquitoes. Even legs are meat. You turn around and glance at Su Qinghan. He's leaning on the wrecked furnace. Took off his trench coat. Laid it down behind him. You walk over. Dig through some collapsed equipment nearby. Find a pretty clean steel plate. Made a simple platform. Then wrung a handful of water from the air. Perfectly clean, pure water with all impurities filtered out. You offer the water to Su Qinghan. Drink up, Su Qinghan. He looks at the water ball floating above your palm. Hesitates for a moment. Lowers his head and takes a sip. As soon as it touches his throat. A cool feeling spreads from his esophagus to his lungs. Damaged ribs. The stabbing pain eases by about 30%. Su Qinghan lifts his eyes slightly. Does the water have healing properties? I'm not sure either. You admit honestly. Just got the superpower manual, didn't finish reading. Su Qinghan stares at your face for 3 seconds. This face is really young. 17-year-old features. Still got a bit of teenage look. Clean. Just like your spotless white school uniform. Feels unreal. Your name is Xiao Lido. Su Qinghan says. Not a question. You used a water pellet on Wolf Eyes earlier. On purpose, so I'd see it. No denial. Why do you need someone surprised? That answer was super short. But it gave so much info that Su Qinghan went quiet for a few seconds. Sound of rotors in the distance. 6 military transport helicopters. Coming in low from the northeast. Spotlights sweep. Lighting up the abandoned steel mill ruins. Doors open on the helicopters. Military special ops in black tactical gear. Rappel down ropes. Medical team got there first. 2 military medics run over to Su Qinghan. Open the first aid kit with quick, smooth moves. Another group rushed at Lin Tianjiao. Lin Tianjiao stopped slapping himself. He was crouched by the tracks. His eyes were unfocused. The medic checked his injured hand. Then shined a flashlight in his pupils. He turned and made a gesture to the captain. Psychological trauma needs priority evacuation. That only surviving sidekick was dragged out from behind the furnace. He stayed curled up like a shrimp too long. His limbs were stiff. The 3 sidekicks' remains were bagged up. The officer in charge was a colonel. He walked around the core area. Checked out all the energy fragments. And that huge 2-meter-wide crater. His face kept changing expression. He walked toward you. You were sitting on a makeshift steel platform. Flipping a coin between your fingers. At some point, 12 ironclad rhinos. had formed a semicircle on their own. They surrounded you in the middle. It wasn't an attack. It looked more like they were guarding you. The colonel stopped 3 meters away. All 12 rhinos turned to look at him. 24 little red eyes stared right at him. The colonel swallowed. Xyolito, right? The colonel tried to sound friendly. Yeah, I'm Zhaojing from Jiangzhou District, East Outpost. General Zhou sent me to get you. Your hand flipping the coin paused. Where am I going? Zhaojing added. General Shinshuan Zhou wants to have tea with you. You looked at him for 2 seconds. Can I bring these rhinos along? Zhaojing glanced back at the 12. Each one weighs 3 tons. Then looked at the helicopter's door size. Let me check with my superiors. The numbers on the panel flickered quietly. Ding. Detected Colonel Zhao's mild absurdity. Shock score +15. You pocketed the coin. Got up off the steel plate. You're sitting inside the transport helicopter. Leaning on the wall, acting nervous. You hide all your energy waves. Breathing at 20 times per minute. Shoulders hunched a bit. Right index finger tapping the left hand in rhythm. Like a student who freaked out. And triggered a power surge, F-rank type. Colonel Zhaojing sat across from you. He noticed your state. But didn't start a conversation. 14 minutes later. The chopper landed. At the helipad of the East Outpost. You supported yourself on the door frame as you got off. Your steps were a little off. No kidding, someone was waiting for you on the pad. A female lieutenant colonel named Fong introduced herself. She took you to see General Zhou. It wasn't an interrogation room. Just a regular tea room. Zhou Dingshan sat on the other side of the table. He looked older, skinnier and less impressive than you'd expect from a major general. Gray uniform. No rank badge. Have a seat, he pointed to the chair opposite. You sat down, he poured you a cup of tea. Pushed it over, you took a sip. Good tea, it's from my hometown. Zhou Dingshan held his own cup. His eyes looked at you through the steam. He stared in silence for about 10 seconds. Scared you, huh? He started out gentle. Your hand was shaking slightly. You deliberately set the cup down. Softly said, a bit, 3rd rank. A lord, let alone a student. Even S ranks here couldn't have stopped you. Frankly, surviving is tough enough. Yeah, I heard from Su Qinghan. You exploded with some crazy powers in a life or death moment. I'm not so sure either. You lowered your voice. Spoke slower. When the demon ape charged, my mind just went blank. Then suddenly, I felt something break inside me. I don't remember everything after that. You gotta mix truth with lies. Can you still use that power? You looked down at your right hand. Fingers spread apart. You pressed the tip of your index finger. Nothing happened. It's gone. You sounded just confused and bummed out enough. Guess it's used up. Zhou stared at your hand for 3 seconds. Then took a sip of tea. Don't worry, after a power burst, a silent period is normal. You nodded. You both knew you were acting. But neither called it out. By the 3rd cup of tea, the door got knocked twice. Fang Zhongxiao came in. He looked a little odd. He bent down, leaned in, whispered something to Zhou. Zhou's hand stopped, holding the tea. Confirmed, confirmed. When the medics did another check on the chopper, they found the estimated time of death was before the military arrived. What they found at the core was that the energy fragments got deep inside the beasts. They died before the army got there. Zhou Dingshan repeated it. So, during the fight, Zhou had seen the whole battle footage. He remembered when the demon ape collapsed. All those energy fragments blew everywhere. That golden light rain covered every inch of the core area. One fragment, in the chaos, hit Lin Tianjiao's head. It's completely possible mathematically. Notify the family. Zhou said. Log it as a combat fatality. Fang Zhongxiao turned to leave. Once the door closed, it was just the two of you again. Zhou looked at you. You were still holding your teacup. Your hands shaking a bit. Eyes hidden, staring down at the tea. Still looked rattled. Zhou didn't ask anything. He poured you another cup. 20 minutes later, you were sent to the infirmary. Leaving the tea room, you ran into someone at the corner. Su Qinghan. She was in a fresh military hospital gown. Heavy bandages on her chest and back. Her face was pale as a ghost. But those icy blue eyes were sharp as ever. Sir, she stopped you. Your powers are back? No powers. You blinked. Sir, I'm just an F-rank water kid. That episode was probably just a stress freak out. I can't even squeeze a drop of water now. Su Qinghan scanned. Every muscle on your face. Your face was really young. You looked all innocent and confused. Even seemed a little spooked. Very convincing. If he hadn't seen it himself, you holding down a 3rd-rank lord with one hand, he might have believed you were just freaked out. He rolled the word around in his mouth. Yeah. F-rank water kid, huh? So, you were scared? So you summoned a rainstorm. So, you were scared. And fired off thousands of high-pressure water jets. And blasted a third-rank lord to pieces. Sure. Su Qinghan stared at you. You looked right back. The stare down lasted 5 seconds. Su Qinghan spoke first. I'll keep your story for now. He pulled out a card from the pocket of his hospital gown. Handed it over, gold around the edges. On the front, there's an octagonal star badge. The emblem of Jiangzhou High School League. Jiangzhou High School League starts next Wednesday. Su Qinghan's voice switched back to military crispness. This is my personal recommendation pass. With this, you can skip the academy tryouts. You can join as an individual. You take the card. Slip it into your pocket. Thanks, sir. Su Qinghan turned and left. Took 3 steps away. Stopped again. Didn't look back. Lin Tianjiao's gone. His voice was flat. Heard General Zhou mention it in the tea room just now. You replied, not too fast or slow. It happened suddenly. Such a shame. Su Qinghan stood for 2 seconds. Then kept walking. You leaned against the wall. Pulled the card back out of your pocket. Held it up to the fluorescent light. High School League. A place to meet more people. More resources, more shock points. A stage for contributors. The panel glowed quietly in the top right of your vision. Current shock points, 13,740. The number's still rising. People in the military district are sharing your story. Every new person who learns about it chips in a few more shock points. Lin Family Manor, west suburbs of Jiangzhou. A rosewood table in the middle of the courtyard. Been there for 300 years. Now only half of it remains. Lin Zhentian drew back his right hand. Broken wood chips still spinning in the air. Just over 60, all silver hair neat. With one hit, the 3-inch thick table split along the middle. His eyes stayed on the document in front of him. The formal notice from the military. Black and white text. In plain words, his son's gone. Reason for death. In combat. Hit right in the vital spot by energy fragments of a 3rd-tier Lord Beast. Killed instantly. Lost all signs of life on the spot. Photos from the scene attached. Examination report. Signed by a Class 1 military appraiser. Lin Zhentian's gaze stayed on the name Xiaolatua for 5 seconds. F-rank water power burst. Snapped under stress in the trial just now. Had a brief power surge above his level. Helped fight off Erdi. From the shadows on the left side of the hall, a middle-aged man stepped forward. Lin Tingyan, head of the 2nd branch and leader of the covert force. That plan was your idea. Lin Zhentian didn't phrase it as a question. Lin Tingyan swallowed hard. It's the only possibility. Certain details in the military report made the eldest brother suspicious. That letter telling Tianjiao to burn moon ritual. Did Tianjiao actually burn it or not? He doesn't know. Because Tianjiao's gone. Big brother Lin Pingyan took a breath. Tianjiao's my nephew. No one has more reason than me to keep quiet. Lin Zhentian didn't look at him. Looked toward the doorway on the right. A young man leaned against the frame. 22, white shirt. A 3-foot sword hanging at his waist. Lin Jianxin, the family's top talent in this generation. S-rank ability. Gengjin sword energy. Mid-3rd tier. Dad, you're on point. About Tianjiao. The military only gave that explanation. They focus on something besides how he died. Lin Jianxin took his sword off his waist. Set it tight in front of him. What matters is the one who made it out. Xiaolatua, F-rank, new B class. Should have been the first to go. But all the others with him died in battle. He came back sitting lively in a chopper. He tilted his head. No matter how you look at it, it's interesting. Lin Zhentian sat back down. Looked at his oldest son over the broken table. So you're saying? Next Wednesday, High School League. Lin Jianxin tapped his sword. All awakening students in Jiangzhou will be there. If Xiaolatua signs up, then you can meet him in the ring. And ask what you want. Within the rules. Lin Zhentian finished the thought. Lin Jianxin smiled. If he gets in the ring as F-rank, I'll finish it in one move. Won't even have time to ask anything. Just one move, then. Lin Zhentian's voice was calm again. But he raised one finger. Get that coin. Lin Pingyan, off to the side. His body stiffened. Lin Zhentian glanced at him. Second brother. You think all those things you and Tianjiao did in secret? I really didn't know a thing? Lin Pingyan's back was soaked with sweat. You wanted to keep it for yourself. And got Tianjiao wrapped up in it too. But you failed. And it cost a life. This matter ends here. Lin Zhentian pulled the notice from under the broken table. Leave the coin matter to Jianxing. And use legitimate means. Tell your dark ops to back off. Lin Tingyan remained silent. Lin Jianxing sheathed his sword. Walked out of the hall. Through the corridor. And up the stone steps. The night wind poured in from the mountain gap. Fluttering the hem of his white robe. He stopped. Looking down at his sword. An F-grade weakling. Some kind of ability stress? The berserk excuse might fool civilians. But not him. After going berserk, could he still handle military questioning so clearly? Cooperate with tests? Recount the events with perfect logic? That's not a berserk brain. It's acting. He drew his sword 3 inches. Then pushed it back. The metallic clink echoed far in the night wind. See you at the League. His voice was colder than the wind. On Monday, you returned to Jiangzhou No. 1. The school had 2 new things since you left. Wreaths at the gate and rumors about you. Did you hear? Shaoludwa beat a Tier 3 beast in the trial. Are you kidding me? How could his F-grade water splash beat anything? But he survived. 4 others died, including 3 B-grade combatants. He's just an F-grade. Yet he's perfectly fine. Just lucky. You heard this all across the playground. The panel marked the numbers for you. Shock values from each rumor spreader, contributing between 1 to 3 points. You ignored the group chats, went to the 3rd floor of the admin building, and pushed open the academic affairs door. A meeting was in progress. Behind the large desk at the very back sat Principal Yu Guangda of Jiangzhou No. 1. You took 2 steps forward, and the registration form in your hand was slammed onto the nearest desk. Principal, I need a stamp for the League registration. Yu Guangda stood up from behind the desk. When he stood up, his presence felt much stronger. The physique of a Tier 3 awakened is naturally oppressive to ordinary people. He walked over, picked up the form, and scanned it from top to bottom. F-grade water splash. Kindergarten level. He put the form back on the desk, but positioned it right over the trash bin. Shaoludwa. Do you know what the League means to this school? An F-grade from the kindergarten class. Losing is embarrassing. And getting injured is even more trouble. Who's paying your medical bills? The logic was sound. But you weren't going to listen. After he finished, you reached into your jacket and pulled out the card Su Qinghan gave you. A gold-leafed octagonal star crest. Major Su Qinghan's private recommendation pass. With this, you could skip school selections and compete as an individual. Stamping didn't actually affect the process, but school paperwork made the school look better. Yu Guangda reached for the card. The moment his fingers touched it, his small eyes widened by 0.5 millimeter. An S-grade woman giving a recommendation to an F-grade student. No matter how he interpreted this, there was something behind it he couldn't mess with. He made a very Yu Guangda-style decision. He handed the card back, picked up the registration form, found the seal in his drawer, and thwack, stamped the form. I'll submit it for you. On Yu Guangda's face was a perfectly timed smile. I wish you great results. A very quick change of heart. You tucked the card away, gave a slight nod. Thanks, Principal. Then you turned to leave. The door closed behind you. Walking down the hallway, the panel flashed, ding. Detected Yu Guangda's humiliating compromise. Shock value plus 45. Ding. Detected mixed emotions from 6 people present. Total shock value plus 38,813 points. Satisfied, as you left the building, you ran into someone at the door. You didn't know him, but the panel did. Shock sensing triggered. Range 12M. Target, Lin Jianxin. Ability level, S grade. Emotion, calm. Scanning from the steps. A young man in a white shirt stood below, with a sword hanging at his waist. Lin Jianxin. Your eyes met. Lin Jianxin's gaze moved from your face to the form in your hand, then back again. He said something, in a low voice, just loud enough for the distance between you to carry. Shaoludwa. Don't get eliminated too early in the League. He left right after saying that. With long, steady strides. You watched his retreating back. The panel remained quiet. Lin Jianxin's emotion was calm observation. No contempt. No anger. 0 contribution points. A truly strong person won't have emotional swings. Just from seeing an ant. They only notice something underfoot when they're about to step on it. You folded the receipt and stuffed it into your bulging pocket. You need to make this guy feel something. Something big. 11 p.m. Jiangzhou Waste Processing Station. You used a water thread to make a temporary key. To pick the lock. What you needed didn't need to be fancy. It didn't even need to be a weapon. The system's universal sublimation function was described very clearly. Purify the essence of any item. Quality depends on input and base potential. In the far corner of the scrap metal zone, your hand touched a cold metal rod. 1.6 meters long. 3 centimeters thick. Solid. You pulled it out. The rod was heavily rusted. One end was threaded. The other had a flat, shovel-like tip. A sewer cleaning rod. You weighed it in your hand. About 6.4 pounds. Center of gravity was 3 inches back. You gave it a swing. The feel wasn't bad. You shouldered the rod. And kept looking. In the electronic waste, you found an alloy disc the size of a discus. From the construction debris, you picked up a fist-sized black stone. 3 items on the ground, lined up in a row. You crouched down, placing the rod in front of you. Test the waters first. Consume shock values. Sublimate item. Steel cleaning rod, scrapped. Base potential rating, D-. A low base potential means that for the same input, the output ceiling will be low. But you weren't looking for a legendary weapon. You just wanted something for a C-grade awakened. That wouldn't raise any suspicion. Too flashy attracts eyes. Just right is safe. Input, 2,000 points. The panel numbers flickered, 14,210 to 12,210. The change began at both ends of the rod. The rust didn't fall off. Instead, it seeped from the outer to the inner layer, absorbed by some unknown force. The pits on the rod's surface were filled, shifting from a rusty red. It changed to a cool bluish-black. 3 seconds over. On the ground, there's a bluish-black metal rod, about 1.6 meters long. The surface is smooth, matte texture. The threads on one end are gone. On the other end, the welded shovel has become a trident structure. Trident upgrade complete. Item name, Title Trident, rough C+ grade, material. Abyss alloy, purity 91%. Feature 1, water affinity. Water powers cost 15% less. Feature 2, durable. Hardness is 200% of weapons in the same grade. Ordinary B-grade weapons can't damage it. It's a C+ weapon, but with B-grade or higher defense. That means, when you face B or even A-grade opponents in the league, their weapons can't even cut yours. Fair and low-key. Deadly hidden advantage. You pick up the Title Trident and swing it twice. The air splits with a low, resonant sound, like the tail end of water slicing through. System checking possible skills to upgrade. A list pops up, all water skills. F-grade upgrade costs 500.2. Poseidon's Wrath, Waterline / SSS plus extreme skill. Upgrade costs 8,000 points. Poseidon's Wrath, Rainfall Manipulation, SSS plus extreme skill. Upgrade needs 10,000 points. Poseidon's Wrath, Beast Taming, SSS plus extreme skill. Upgrade costs 6,000 SSS. SSS plus skill upgrades cost much more than items. Right now, you only have 2,100 points. Just enough to upgrade your main skill, Waterline /. This is the strongest single target attack you have. Magic Elemental was turned to dust with this move. Upgrading Waterline / costs 8,000, but you only have 2,100. This time, the change isn't outside, but inside your body. A sudden rush of awakening. Energy circuits rearrange. It takes about 7 seconds. Then everything calms down. Upgrade complete. Skill name, Poseidon's Wrath. Waterline / Poseidon's Wrath, Blade Return. Level, SSS plus, max waterlines, 10,000. 50,000 waterlines, max pressure, 4,200 atm. 12,000 atmospheres. New feature added. After cutting, returning waterlines don't vanish. They auto-recover around you. Form a defensive layer. Attack and defense together. Better energy efficiency. Same output. Energy use drops by 40%. Energy use drops by 40%. That means, before, you could go all out for 2 minutes. Now you can last 3 minutes 20 seconds. And the new, returning, feature means every punch you throw adds another layer of shield. Keep fighting. Your defense just gets thicker. You plant the Title Trident on the ground. Lean on the metal frame and look down at your palm. Balance, 4,210. Not much left. Gotta save it. League starts next Wednesday. Wednesday, Jiangzhou Arena. You use the player entrance. Scan in with the card Su Qinghan gave you. They swipe your card for fried chicken. A staff member handling registration gives you a second look. Xialeguo, Power Grade F, Recommendation Letter. That's the card you just scanned. Signed by Su Qinghan. The staff checks the internal system. Taps a few times on the screen. The info that pops up makes his expression shift. Go ahead. You enter the waiting room, C17. You pull the Title Trident out of the canvas bag on your back. Lean it in the corner. The trident's bluish-black shaft looks low-key under the lights. Current shock value balance, 4,580 points. Up by over 300 in the past 5 days. Mosquito effect still kicking in. But the growth's slowing down. Time for some new excitement. Opening ceremony is at 1 p.m. When you step out of the hallway, the giant screen is cycling through competitors. When your face shows up, the whole stadium's cheers suddenly stop. Player 121, Xilejuo. From Jiangzhou No. 1 High School. Registered ability rank, F. Ability name, Splash. 28,000 people in the stands. At least 25,000 of them. Saw that person. In the West general seating. A loud, bald man stood up. He yelled, F rank. Even an F rank can compete? Whose connection is this? The words spread like shadows. And the crowd erupted instantly. Is there a mistake? Can't F ranks only spit water? Rigged. It's definitely rigged. The panel in my vision flashed. +3 shock points. +2 shock points. +5 shock points. Over 20 alerts in seconds. Comparable to Xiao Wang. But in huge numbers. Heads down, you join the group. And take your spot. Your expression stays neutral. But the balance on the panel jumped from 4,580 to over 917,300. An entry fee earned in a minute. Opening ceremony finished. And the drawing began. IDs scrolled across the giant screen. Group 37, A121, Xiaoludwa, F rank. Water splash. Player B078. Zhao Taizhu, B rank. Iron arm enhancement. The crowd split in two. One side laughed. Free points, right? The other side cursed. The committee calls this random? F rank versus B rank? Are you doing this on purpose? In VIP, Lin Jianxin watched the board, tapping his fingers on his scabbard. Zhao Taizhu, he said to his aide. The aide nodded. Sports school guys are blunt. They don't hold back. What's my group? Group 51. A C rank from Yunshan. Doesn't matter. He looked away. At the formation of players. At the figure in the gray-blue uniform. If Zhao Taizhu wins, I'll face him next round. The aide opened the bracket. Groups 37 and 51 meet in round 2. Lin Jianxin hummed in response. He didn't ask what if Zhao lost. Because like most people there, he didn't take the idea seriously. F rank against B rank. There is no what if. Prelims went by group order. You're in group 37. 36 matches to go. Roughly 2.5 hours. You sat down in the waiting area, placing the tied fork on your lap, and closed your eyes to rest. Cheers from outside came in waves. Over 2 hours later, the intercom buzzed. Group 37 contestants, please report. You took the tied fork. As Zhao Taizhu warmed up opposite you, both of his arms were already in pre-activation, glowing with a dark metallic sheen. The size difference was jarring. He was 6 feet 3 inches and 240 pounds. You were 5 feet 9 inches and 145 pounds, wearing a faded gray-blue uniform, holding a trident shorter than you. 3 seconds. Finish it in 3. Someone in the crowd jeered. The ref read the rules as usual. Zhao Taizhu smashed his fists. The thud of iron was heavy. Kid, your name's Xiaoludwa, right? Look, I'm a straightforward guy. I'll tell you right now. I won't be polite in the ring. But I'll control my power. At most, I'll break a few bones. You'll heal in 2 months. Don't be scared. You looked up. Brother Zhao. Is that broken bone for you or me? Zhao's face went blank for a second. Then he laughed. Bold. First F rank to talk back. Fine. If you survive 1 punch, dinner's on me. You nodded. Remember that. I eat a lot. Before the referee stepped back, you spoke. Your voice wasn't loud, but the PA system was sensitive. 1 clarification. The crowd noise dropped a notch. My registered rank is F. My ability is water splash. That info is correct. You paused. But after last month's combat test, my ability mutated. The military has recorded it. The school records aren't updated yet. You pointed the tied fork down. At the arena floor. My current rank is C. Ability, hydrokinesis. Silence for a second. Then the stands exploded. F to C? A mutation? That many ranks? Is this a joke? There's no precedent for this. In VIP, the aide whispered to Lin. If C rank hydrokinesis is real, it's much stronger than F rank. But against Zhao's B rank iron arm, it's still a tier below. The result won't change. Lin Jianxin said nothing. He wasn't analyzing ranks. He was wondering, why would you choose now? To reveal this info? If someone is truly C rank against a B rank Zhao, the best move is to stay quiet. Revealing cards early is pointless. Unless what you revealed wasn't a card, but just a second layer of skin. Group 37, begin. As Zhao Taizhu took his first step, the arena shook. His massive body, glowing gray, felt as oppressive as a small truck charging 12 meters away. He cleared it in 0.8 seconds. 2 meters from your chest. He started to charge his fist. The gray glow turned bright silver. 2 meters. 1 meter. Half a meter. You raised a finger. Atmospheric moisture vanished, condensing instantly. A water whip, thick as a thumb, formed in just 0.3 seconds. Zhao's fist was inches away. The whip struck without a crack. The sound arrived 0.1 seconds late. Because the whip broke the sound barrier. It hit Zhao dead center in the chest. Not his fist. His chest. Zhao's momentum was reversed instantly. His heavy body folded and flew back. At extreme speed. Faster than his initial charge. The edge shield flared up, catching him like a giant net. Zhao slid down the barrier. Falling to his knees. He propped himself up, gasping for air. Like a fish out of water. The ref started the count. 2, 3. Zhao gritted his teeth, lifting his right knee. He was about to stand. But before he could straighten up, something appeared before his eyes. A single droplet, hovering inches from his forehead. Zhao froze. He stared at the droplet. Then he heard you say something. It was so soft, only he caught it. Zhao, about the meal you mentioned. I'll pick the pipe. Zhao Taizhu stared at that drop of water for a second. Then he let himself fall back. The back of his head hit the floor. It made a dull thud. He didn't faint, he just laid down on his own. If a contestant is down for more than 5 seconds, player 121 wins by disinfection. The chief referee raised his flag. The whole place went silent. A stadium with 28,000 people. At that moment, it was so quiet you could hear the wind at the roof gap. From the moment Zhao Taizhu charged to when he got knocked back. It took just 1.8 seconds. You didn't move at all. No weapon in your hand. You only used one index finger. Just one water whip. One strike, done. The quiet lasted for 3 more seconds. Then the sound came flooding back. It wasn't cheers. It was like the noise after someone hit pause. And then pressed play again. The volume doubled compared to before. He said he was C-rank. C-rank fighting B-rank. Knocked that guy flying with one water whip. That speed's off. Had to be supersonic. The panel went crazy in your vision. It wasn't just lines popping up one by one. It was flooding the screen. Shock value plus 12. Shock value plus 8. Shock value plus 15. The numbers jumped from 4,917 to the current in 3 seconds. Total shock balance is 841 now. Almost 3,000 points. All from that one move, and still rising. You pulled back your finger. Bent down to pick up the ocean tide fork. As you walked off the stage, you passed by someone still lying on the floor. Zhao Taizhu, lying flat. His hands behind his head. Staring at the sunlight through the dome. Zhao. Zhao Taizhu rolled his eyes over at you. You came down early. I actually could have stood back up. Zhao Taizhu paused for 2 seconds. Still loud as ever. You held that drop of water right in front of my forehead. I'm not stupid. Get up and take a second strike? Better just stay down and save trouble. He grinned. But dinner's still on me. I keep my word. You picked the pipe. You carried the ocean tide fork back. When you walked past the VIP section hallway, you didn't look up. But your panel got a special message. Detected emotional fluctuation from Lin Jianxin. Intensity, curious and observant. Shock value jumped from 0 to 3. Lin Jianxin had an emotional reaction. Even if it's just curiosity level. The ant got noticed. The night of match day. 6 out of the top 10 trending topics on Jiangzhou's platforms were about the league. 3 of them were about you. Hashtag F-rank defeats B-rank hashtag. Hashtag what rank is Splash Kid Xiao Lido really hashtag. Hashtag Zhao Taizhu lying flat, iconic moment hashtag. Hashtag top post with the most views hashtag. From the Jiangzhou Awakeners forum. Posted by Abyss Onlooker. Title, Objective Analysis of Xiao Lido's first C-rank battle. Water manipulation's true power ceiling. Key point, the power Xiao Lido showed was honestly above the F-rank level. But based on current performance, it fits somewhere between high C and B rank. It's not that Xiao Lido is that strong. It's just Zhao Taizhu's defense had a big, obvious gap. Very professional analysis. And it perfectly placed your strength. Not too high or too low. You sat on your dorm bed, checking your phone. The post's comment section started shifting. Tons of EPP style and similar comments came rushing in. All saying, just C-rank water manipulation. Zhao Taizhu underestimated his opponent. This got posted 17 times. If he meets a real A-rank prodigy, he'll get exposed for sure. Don't forget, he came from the prep class. No way he'd win in a proper match. Zhao Taizhu held back. 9 times. Industrial level hired comments. You put your phone down, smiling. Lin Jia didn't spend that much. But the timing was spot on. Dropped all the negative buzz. Right when the debut match was hottest. The goal was to control the narrative. F rank beats B rank in one shot. That headline was just too explosive. So they steered it into a safer story about a C rank barely beating an unprepared B rank. Why do that? To lower public expectations for you. The lower the expectations, the smaller the shock if you flop later. Less surprise means less shock value earned. Current total balance, 16,440 points. It nearly quadrupled in one day. If I don't do something, I'll let the Lin family's investment down. You pick up your phone again. Opened a private account. Registered for over half a year. Haven't posted anything. A clean account with 0 followers. ID, Le Duo Duo. You posted a 30-second short video. The content is super basic. Front camera is aimed at your face. There's a dorm lamp above you. The light looks harsh and pale. You spoke to the camera. Hey everyone, I'm Xiao Ledua. Won the first league match today. Zhao Taizhu, senior. Paused for a second. People online say I'm only C rank. That Zhao only lost 'cause he underestimated me. Well, makes sense, you nodded. He really did just rush at me. Those takes are spot on. Paused again. But I want to answer one question. Someone asked me, what if I face an A or S rank player? You looked down at your right hand. Held up your index finger to the camera. I don't know. You put your hand down. A month ago, I was just an F rank splash type. Now I've mutated to C rank water flow. How far can this ability really go? Honestly, I don't know either. You tilted your head at the end. Just a slight angle. But if my next round opponent is watching this video, your lips don't move. It's all in your eyes. There's a calm, unshakable confidence. Video ends. You posted the video. 3 hours later. 1.42 million views. The platform's algorithm picked up on 2 key points. The video topic matched the day's trending searches. And user interaction was off the charts. 94% completion rate. 18.7% likes. 6.3% comments. 11.2% shares. Algorithms don't get human emotions. They just read data. The comment vibe was nothing like the forums. Top comment. Not sure why. But when he says, I don't know, I feel like he actually knows everything. Comment 2. Did anyone else notice his eyes at the end? Replayed it 3 times. Can't explain the feeling. Just really calm. Calm in a weird way. Third comment, those bots calling him just C rank. Can you at least change up the script? Scrolled through a dozen copy-paste comments. Embarrassing, their posts got buried. You're lying on your dorm bed staring at the ceiling. Phone tossed aside. Panel is in the upper right of your view. Quietly refreshing your current shock value. Total, 19,870 points. That's over 3,400 up in the last 3 hours. 1.4 million views. Even if just a tenth made an emotional reaction. That's 140,000, way more than your normal income. The number keeps climbing. Tomorrow, the next round matchups get announced. If you win 2 more in a row, you'll meet Lin Jianxin in the 3rd round. There's 3 days between matches. What can you do in 3 days? Upgrade that old bronze water pump shell at the junkyard. Push your second title trident from C+ up 1 level. Third, you close your eyes. Your inner awakening hums quietly. One move isn't enough to win it all. You need a second trump card. The panel's skill upgrade list is still there. Wrath of the Sea God, Beast Taming. SSS plus skill evolution costs 6,000 points. 12 armored rhinos still waiting at the base. You promised you'd go back. The semi-final rules announcement was dramatic. The morning after all prelims finished. Head referee came out to read them. There was a wax seal on the envelope. You noticed a detail. The wax seal pattern wasn't continuous. Like it was opened and resealed. Resealed again. By decision of the committee. The semi-final will use a 100-person survival mode. Noise spiked in the arena. The 64 that passed the prelims are split into 2 groups. Group A and Group B, 32 each. Each group goes into a simulated wild environment. Time limit, 2 hours. Each contestant starts with 3 survival tokens. If you're knocked out or surrender, you give a token to your opponent. After 2 hours. Top 16 in each group by token count move on. Rules seem solid. But the problem is in the groupings, screen starts scrolling names. Group A names flash up 1 by 1. Each group has 32 people. 31 are connected to the Lin family. The only one left is you. People in the player area start whispering. Why is this group all Lin's people? Wait, see the 7th name in that group, Zhou? Isn't that the chief referee's nephew? In the VIP section, Lin Jianxin feels satisfied with these groups. But he's way too calm about it. So calm, he won't even add to your shock value. He expected this outcome anyway. Current shock value, 22,150 points. That's enough, you look down at the title trident mod. Then you smile. Just thought it was funny. 30 people ganging up on one. And the Lin family thought even that wasn't dramatic enough. So they pulled out the B ranks. So thoughtful, the simulated arena entrance is a 3-meter wide metal tunnel. Camera splits into 32 transport tracks. In theory it's random. But you notice. The energy rails in your lane were manually calibrated. Meaning drop points aren't random. Committee picked your coordinates. Probably dead center, easier to surround. You step into the lane. Transport begins. Light shifts, now a forest. You're standing in a woodland clearing. About 30 meters across. Surrounded by tall broadleaf trees. Yep, you're dead center again. Group A survival starts in 32 seconds. You pulled a move that's totally against normal. Strategy, did the complete opposite. You stuck your title trident in the dirt. Took off your school jacket. Pulled a sealed bag from your pocket. Inside are 3 pieces of cured beef jerky. Wrapped the jerky in foil. Started gathering sticks in the clearing. Used water to start the fire. To be specific. You sped up water molecules in the air. The friction created heat. Focused it to a single spot. After 30 seconds, a curl of smoke rose from the clearing. Across the 20,000 SQ meter arena. A gray-white smoke column shot up. Visible to everyone. Audience on the ground reacted instantly. Suddenly restless. What's he doing? Living, he's just living. The match just started. 31 competitors want to hunt him. He's making a fire and grilling meat in the middle. Main screen cuts to your close-up shot. You're squatting by the fire. You're holding beef jerky wrapped in foil over the flames. You're doing it with total focus. The firelight glows on your face. You look like you're grilling meat. The commentator is freaking out, folks. Did I see that right? Contestant number 121, Xiao Ludua, in the very first minute after the survival match started, chose to start a fire right in the middle of the arena. Lao Zhang, give us your thoughts. Is he using some high-level tactic I don't know about? I really can't say. I've been in this business for 12 years. And this is the first time I've seen someone grill meat in a league survival match. Numbers are popping up on your HUD. Shock level +18. Shock level +27. Shock level +14. The numbers are coming in fast. But you have no time to check the panel. You're listening for sounds. Noises from the forest come from 4 directions. They're closing in. The nearest group is 120 meters northeast. 3 to the southwest, 5 more there. They're rushing, looking to grab first strike. 7 up north. They're moving cautiously. Should be the main assault team. There are scattered footsteps. Coming from other directions. 26 people are heading your way. You flip the foil-wrapped beef jerky. It's not done yet, so you look up. You call out to the trees around the clearing. Alright, no need to hide anymore. The footsteps in the forest stop. If you see any dry wood on your way here, grab some. It's too damp here. The fire isn't strong. 3 seconds of silence. Then, in the southwest thicket, a grumpy voice shouts out. What's going on? 5 people charge out from that direction. The leader is a fire element awakener. His D-level hands are wrapped in flames. Xiao Ludua, stop pretending. His fire affinity makes him louder than his fire. You think tricks will work. But he doesn't finish his sentence. He caught a whiff of the beef jerky. The wind's blowing from your side, bringing soy, black pepper, and a hint of garlic. It hits dead on with the senses of 5 hungry contestants now smelling food for the first time since the prep zone. Their smell cortex just got activated. The fire awakener's flames drop a notch. Not on purpose. He's distracted. You're squatting by the fire. Using a stick, you pick out a perfectly grilled piece of jerky. From the foil. You blow on it and take a bite. Chew twice. Not bad, just a bit salty. You take the other 2 packs off the fire. Wanna eat? The 5 look at each other. He's inviting us to eat. Don't fall for it, it's mind games. But it does smell amazing. In the VIP suite, Lin Jianxin's wine glass is still full. For the first time, he's staring at the screen. At the figure chewing jerky by the fire. Manager whispers next to him. Young master, should we order them to act now? Lin Jianxin doesn't answer. He's thinking about something. What are you really doing? Right before you're about to be attacked by 30 people. You choose to reveal your location. Drawing all enemies together. This move only makes sense in 2 ways. Either he's reckless or he's confident. Facing 30+ people at once. Lin Jianxin's fingers pause for a second on his sword sheath. He considers a third possibility. Maybe he wants them all together. Then fight just one big battle. The first wave of attack comes in as you swallow your 3rd bite of jerky. The 5 from the southwest move first. A fireball the size of a bull shoots at you from 30 meters away. At the same time, the northeast group arrives. A row of earth spikes, knee-high, surge up from under the ground, pushing toward the middle of the clearing. Northern groups plant vines. Stretch from the treetops. Fireball, earth spikes, vines, 2 metal blades. 5 types of attacks. All hit the center of the clearing at once from 3 sides. You get up fast. But you don't dodge. You do something. That almost made the commentator swallow his mic. You grab the half-eaten jerky with your mouth. Pick up your school jacket from the ground with both hands. Wrap the last 2 packs of foil jerky inside the jacket, and toss it behind a solid tree stump 5 meters away. Then you draw your tied fork. The fireball arrives. Within 2 meters. Raise your right hand. Not your index finger. Your palm isn't focused. Within 30 meters above the open space by the water. All water molecules move together in 0.2 seconds. Spread out into a clear sheet. Just 0.3 millimeters thick. The fireball hits the water curtain. No explosion. The water sheet vaporizes instantly on contact with heat. The expansion force changes the fireball's direction. Deflected by 15 degrees. The fireball brushes past your left shoulder. It smashes into the corpse behind you. A tree stump sends dirt spikes to your feet. You step left, dodging the first row of spikes. Lower your body by 30 centimeters. The second row of spikes grazes your head and right foot. Step back half a step. The third row bursts out 2 centimeters in front of your toes, breaking through the surface. Your stepping accuracy isn't from your eyes, but from the soles of your feet. A water-type ability, ignored by most people. By sensing gaps between matter and water molecule displacement, you can build a real-time heat map under the ground of all moving objects. You never hesitate. Every step lands in a safe gap between spikes. Plant vines drop from overhead. Tidal fork draws an arc. It doesn't cut the vine, but hooks it with a trident structure, 1 meter outward, perpendicular to its growth, applying torque. Like wringing a towel. The fiber structure breaks, and the vine snaps right away. From the first fireball landing to the vine breaking, total time, 4 seconds. You stand still. Total moving distance is less than 2 meters. The beef jerky is still hanging in your mouth. The whole arena goes quiet. He stays put as the commentator's voice returns. But it was brutal. He didn't fight back at all. 3 totally different ways to respond. Switched in just 4 seconds. That kind of judgment speed is way above C-class. A screen of panel notifications pops up. Shock value up 45. Shock value up 22. Shock value up 61. Big numbers rolling in. But you don't have time to check. Because wave 2's here. The northern group of 7 bursts out. Front row, 2 metal types, acting as tanks. Middle row, 3 ranged attackers. Back row, 2 supports. At the same time, the other 16 start pouring in from different directions. Treehole, 28 surround from all sides. 28 open fire at once. Fireballs, wind blades, axes, metal blades, vines, ice spikes. At least 7 kinds of attack powers. Attacks hitting the center from every angle. The crowding lets the projection, tree canopy's data rendering system, briefly overload. The commentator's voice cracks. 28 fire simultaneously. Full coverage deep into Xiaodu. His next word sticks in his throat. Because you vanished. Not teleportation. But a speed so fast. It's like holograms. Moving too quick for camera frame rates. 28 attacks meet at the center. Boom. Energy buffering alloy. The floor ripped a 6-meter wide hole. Dust fills the air. No one's at the center. Only a burned gray-blue school jacket. You tossed it back from behind a stump a second before firing. Decoy move. Someone screams in the crowd. Someone complains. Someone laughs so hard they can't stand up. Numbers on the panel. Start rolling at an unheard speed. Shock value up 88. Shock value up 77. Shock value up 156. But you don't have time. Your voice comes down from midair. About 7 or 8 meters up. You're standing on a solid beam. Part of the dome frame of the Simicology arena. You're partly visible. Tidal fork rests on your shoulder. You look down at 28 in the pit. Firelight shines up into your face. You say something. Sounds like you're critiquing a group project. Your teamwork's bad. 28 hit 1 spot. 12 shots missed. The worst fireball missed by 9 meters. Look, fire type. If you're fire type, you should practice arm span. Even the fixed targets at 30 meters, you stray over 2 meters. You wouldn't even pass the prelims in a throwing contest. The crowd lets out a weird noise. Not quite laughter, not quite a shout. Like someone forced your head down. To watch performance art. A mix of absurdity and adrenaline. A raspy howl. The betting board crashed 30 seconds ago. The dealer's system threw an error. In the VIP booth, Lin Jianxin's wine glass stopped at his lips. The wine isn't moving. His assistant spoke up first, not waiting for instructions. Young master, shut up. Lin Jianxin stares at the screen. At the figure on the beam, the panel got a tag. Detected Lin Jianxin's emotional fluctuation type. Scrutiny and vigilance, slightly high. Shock value up 18. 18 points, rising from 3 to 18. The ant just got noticed by the tiger. You look away from the beam. Your gaze sweeps over the 28. Finally settles on the one in the back row. Hands in pockets, never made a move, C-class fighter. He's watching too. Expression calm. The two of you, 7 or 8 meters apart in height. Lock eyes for about a second. You drop the title fork off your shoulder. Point down with the prongs. Moving on the metal beam. First round of survival battles over. 28 fire at once. 0 hit, you didn't even fight back. But the match has only been going 4 minutes. Still got 2 packs of beef jerky.